Well, I expected the internet to go down after a certain period, but I didn't know when. So I'm just gonna finish this up. I'm pretty sure I'm at the end of the demo, because typically in most games, when you fight the first boss of a game, the people allow you to fight the first boss, and that's when the demo typically ends, after you beat the first boss. So after this, beating this boss, I'm pretty sure the demo is gonna end. So let's wrap it up. So far, the game is good. I would say the demo is at a full 4.2, and it has really drop off. It dropped off about 4 points, but it gained many points. So only four negative points and like many good points, enough to get it to a 4. And this is just the beginning, first maybe 5% of the game, five, maybe even first 3% or 2% of the game. So we'll see.
That come from?
I think it really did something!
Yeah, not bad.
Universe
Stubborn little junk.
Look out!
Energy levels restored.
Yeah, baby. We did it! This is how we say, good job. All right. Time's up, kiddo. Show me what you were working on.
Okay. Here, take a look.
Okay, so this is a good demo. This is a very good demo. It gave you everything you needed to know. It didn't flesh out the story, it didn't give anything about the story. It gave you some idea about the story. But the main point of the demo, which I thought was going to be just about a sketchbook with customization, is not. It actually gave you a gameplay of the game itself and how the game moves, how the game behaves, and combat, which is pretty damn good. So for an early release of the game, I'll say that's pretty damn good. So far, so good. Would I be able to explore a cyberpunk type world outside there where I could see various other colors than a monotone type interior color? Maybe so. What I would say is it gave me a sense of not original type feeling. Like it has an originality to it, but it's not like something you've never seen before. But at the same time, it is something you've never seen before. Its fighting mechanics is very different. Like you're hacking and you're dodging at the same time. And you drop your weapon in mission and lose your weapon and then have to pick it up at the same time. Those things don't typically happen in most games. So it does have its own originality moving forward. Um, yeah, it's not like the super best fighting mechanics, but it's better than a lot of other game who has very average. Like I would say if I was thinking about the game not having combos, this game doesn't have combos. There's no combo regards to using your weapons or follow-up combos. I don't see that within the game. So it seems to have a very basic fighting combat style, even though the style of the combat is associated with hacking at the same time. So dodging, shooting, running, dodging, shooting, plus hacking at the same time, all happening all at once. So that's kind of like the original of the thing. All of them are happening all at the same time. But there's no like combos or combo multiplier follow-ups. The game does says you could use one of the orange symbols to represent doing more damage to the enemy. But I guess as you play later on to the game, there'll be other pickups that allow you to do follow-up combos. As in your QTEs allow you to, by the R2, to do a finishing move. So maybe there'll be follow-up nodes that allow you to do combination attacks. I believe that's what's going to happen. Right now they're just giving you a taste. Eventually they'll give you follow-up nodes. Because if this is going down the Control and Horizon Forbidden West route, there are going to be combos that you could do. So far so good, I would say, with regards to the game. So far so good. It plays good. Everything works. It is an interesting combat style and does work for me. Would it be something I would purchase like today if it was released today? Not based on the combat I've seen. I would have to get like a follow-up with regards to the combo attacks, like a follow-up combos, or to have combo follow-ups in the game for it to be something I would say I want to buy that today. Follow-up attacks, not just shooting, hacking. But if I don't want to hack, I want to do follow-up combo attacks. After I do a breach hack, I should be able to do that as well. And also with regards to the booster and the dodging, I think they should have included how far you could boost to the left and to the right and backward, and explain it to you. Well, you will get to this level of boosting forward, boosting back, or dodging once you fully get to a certain level within the game. But I believe all those things are going to be present. What they just give you was the taste of how the game will play out at the very start, the tutorial. And that's a lot for just random fighting and random beginning fighting. Without no mods, without no attachments, just your random stuff you're given to switching to the different weapons all at the same time. So everything works in this game. It just works. And there's no real bugs or anything either. So far so good. It's smooth. It's clean. But it's not perfect. It needs combos, follow-ups, and combo multipliers, and things that you could tethered together to do follow-up attacks. It needs something like a Devil May Cry. When you hit an enemy, you can follow up with a continuous attack or something like that. So it needs something like that present. I would say that's the main thing it needs. Follow-up attacks, either with a melee attack or with the gunfire attack, or if you have missiles later on. So yeah, that's the only thing I'm missing in the game. And also remove all from monotone type settings or environment. So if I find myself in a grassy area or in a city area, then I'll say the game is perfect, because now I could do combo attacks and many different combo attacks, and I'm now in a more open world setting. Because if I put this single player game in an open world setting, in a city or in a forest area, or both, with combo attacks, like it feels like something straight out of Horizon Forbidden West or something straight out of Control, then I'm definitely gonna buy it. And even better, if you, on top of the combo attacks that you should add to the game, and on top of the environment, different environments they should add as well, if they add a unique and interesting story associated with the girl, the AI robot, and the guy, and it's a story that's unique to this game itself, not a copy paste of something else from other games, then it's definitely worth the buy. So for right now, I'm gonna call it a day, and I'm gonna give this game like, if this was a full price game, I would give this game an 8. If it was a full price game and it was released today, and I'm able to do more than what I could do in here, I would have given the game an 8 to start off with, simply based on the demo itself. Now that's more than what I gave for Horizon Forbidden West when it first came out, or for Horizon Zero Dawn. I believe even Control, I had skepticism about the game when I first played the first 10 minutes of the game. But here in this demo for this game, I could fully say, if they throw this character into an interesting environment, in either an open world or closed world, but the environments are interesting, and they give him combo attacks towards his gun, and maybe make him do melee attacks as well, then it's a perfect game, because then you could do melee, and then you could do combo follow-ups, and of course mods will allow you to attack weak points or chain attacks. And then there's also the different parkour you might be able to do with your boosters, not with latching onto an object or climbing, but different ways to use your boosters, maybe to levitate all the way up, maybe even to fly. If this guy could fly with his boosters rather than just to levitate later on in the game, like you straight up flying, and then this will be the type of game that Anthem wish it could be, because you're flying, and just like in Anthem, but you're successfully doing it. I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know yet about the success of this game. I cannot tell by just this single demo. But what I can tell you is that they're on the right path. They're on the damn right path. Because I was having fun with this game. The only thing that felt not fun was the environment I was in. The monotone, dreary, gray settings took me out of the game by 4 or 5 points. But thankfully, I came back into the game due to the fact I could switch weapons real easy. The fact that I could have checkpoints where I could receive my health. That remind me of leveling up my health or replenishing my health. The fact that I could, what else? What else was it? It was something else I found to be very interesting. The fact that I could pick up my weapons and replace my, well, no, I wouldn't say it was that. It was, what was it? Was it the orange notes? It was something. It was something in the game. It was the girl. Was it the girl? Something she was doing? No. What was it? Oh, yes. The fact that words were being highlighted in the orange color so you don't have to read full paragraphs. I like that as well a lot. Sometimes I just want to breeze through text. So those were the three things that I very much appreciated about the game. Highlight words that are essential. Good. The fact that I could replenish my health at checkpoints. Good. But that happens in most other games. But the fact that I could pick up weapon from the ground when I need to if I lose my weapon, which is kind of a unique thing, rather than have it fully destroyed, it just falls to the ground and you pick up another variant of it, or if not the same, was also interesting as well. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the game. There's not really a deep story there. So I can't say this is the game I would purchase today. Like if it was to come out today. They didn't give you much with regards to the story, but then again, I don't really care about stories in most games anyway. What most people care about in any video games is the video game aspect of the game, not the story. And did the video game aspect of this game play like a video game? Did the video game aspect of the character gameplay, behavior in the game play the way I wanted to, satisfactory to how I expected to do? Did it go fast? Did it go slow? Was it janky? Was it all over the place? Could I not switch to certain things? Could I not change certain things? Could I not run fast enough? Was I able to use parkour or whatever form to get from place to place? Was the torque speed fast enough? Did my interactive buttons work? Everything worked in this game. There was nothing negative I could say about the game other than things that had nothing to do with playing the game, such as the environment, the grayness of the environment locked in the place, and that wasn't really a big deal. It was in an enclosed environment. And then the logical outside factor with regards to the political ideas associated with artificial intelligence and human beings. But those things had nothing to do with the gameplay of the game. So none of that crap affected the gameplay of the game. None of that stuff affected how the character and how you fight in the game. It made it interrupt those things, but it didn't change the gameplay aspect of the game. So yeah, this is a pass. This is a good pass. This is a better pass than Code Vein is, because Code Vein was a character creator to see how you design your character. That didn't have anything to do with gameplay. And as I said in Code Vein 2, prettiness is one thing, story is one thing, lore is one thing. The gameplay will tell me whether the game is good or not. And the gameplay in this game told me that it's solid enough and marketable enough to be something great. All they have to do is tweak certain things. And they don't have to hear it from me. They could hear it from anyone. Give us common multipliers. Give us environments where you could explore and find secrets. Give us chains within those common multipliers. Give us something to do with that rocket booster other than to move to the left, right, up, and down. Make it turn from something into just boosting into something that's gliding continuously into something that you use for underwater into straight up Superman flying. Have the jetpack have a purpose in a life of its own as well. And since this is a story with about a guy and a girl, have the connection between the guy and the girl have some relevancy and some meaning that's original to the game itself. Do not have it be generic. Have the girl AI purpose in the story to be extremely important. Maybe even more important than the guy's relevancy within the story. Both of these characters have to be top tier, top shelf stories within the story. Otherwise, people are going to not find either of them interesting if they're both generic. They have to have purpose. They're swimming in the sea of video game protagonists from various different video games. So how would they measure up compared to other video game protagonists? Not at all from where I'm standing right now. But for them to have an identity that would stay for years, and for this game to have a franchise, there need to be something that's important with regards to each of these characters that has relevancy and resonance within this world that makes it like they make the world great. Not the world itself makes them great. Like in Resident Evil, Claire and Leon made Resident Evil 2 great. Not the world for zombies made Resident Evil 2 great. Who they were and what, more than who they were, what they were doing. What they did in combat, what they did when they interacted with people, what they were wearing, what they were saying, where they were going, and how they presented themselves in the story. The story of Claire and Leon in Resident Evil 2 was pretty generic, but how they executed things and how they played their part, that was important. Just like Claire in Resident Evil Code Veronica, how she played her part in that introduction video, shooting those gas tanks and then getting captured, and how she escaped, and how she behaved with regards to whatever his name was. I don't even care about him. And how she responds towards the end of that game, and how she behaved, and what was her purpose from being there, and what is her backstory, and what does she find morally right, and what does she find morally wrong. What makes people interesting in the character of Claire is what she represents and what she feels in the world that she's in. This is how she feels about zombies. This is how she feels about criminal organization. This is how she feels about bad guys. This is what she's going to do in associating with bad guys. This is what she's going to do if her friends are hurt. All these things matters, and they have characters with them, and they're part of what is called story making and story engineering. You engineer a character and you start from the basis, who they are. First you give them a name, what they're like, what their desires are, what they believe in, and then from all those things you add and put circling the characters. You then build up from there. I like cheesecake, so I'm going to eat cheesecake a lot, to the point that I love anything that somewhat resembles that of cheesecake. And because of that, I focus towards and I'm leaning towards things associated with cheesecake and people who are associated with cheesecake, something like that. Whether those people like cheesecake or not is irrelevant. Whether they remind the person of cheesecake is important. So these are all part of story beats and character personalities. And then you have the traits, which are different from characteristics of the person, like traits, hereditary traits, personality traits. All these things add up. What was Claire's personality trait in Resident Evil? She was kind of, sarcastic, but at the same time headstrong. What was her genetic traits? Her and Chris Redfield's. Not many people know or care about that because it wasn't relevant with regards to who their mother and father were. But you could tell genetically they weren't people that sat on their asses. There were people that had high endurance or at least medium endurance. They were willing to push themselves and move forward, which means they had some type of motivation, which is genetically means they have maybe higher chromosomes or I don't know, better metabolisms. I guess you could define it from there, but since that was never present in that game, it's not present. Wasn't something to focus on. It was more of who their behavior and behavioral traits were, and what they found morally right and morally wrong, and they build around those things. So that's what is needed in this game. Behavioral traits of both these characters, genetic traits if they're gonna go down of both these characters, and what they find right and what they find wrong. That's morally justified or immorally justified. And even if they go down all those routes and check all those boxes, for it to hit correctly, it cannot be a generic thing that those checks are hitting correctly. Like, like if I don't like humans because humans are this type of stuff. That's generic because robot hating human beings is the same as human beings hating robots. No one wants to hear that. It has to be something that's particular to the girl, like something related towards soup, which has nothing to do with humans and robots hating each other, but somehow she's associated with soup. I don't know. Someone has to be able to sell a story and have meaning and resonance, because logically an AI girl robot doesn't mean jack shit to anyone if they don't have meaning to them. And an AI robot that's a girl is no different than an AI robot that's a full grown woman, because the program in the AI robot girl is simply programmed for the AI to behave like a little girl. Thus, the AI robot girl behaves like a little girl. But the thing, the chip or the operating system inside the robot is the same as the operating system inside a full grown ass AI robot woman. They're both behaving according to a command that tells them to act this way. So exploring that is a fascinating thing and something they should do. So enough. I'm talking too much. I'm giving this game more credit than maybe it do, or maybe it has thought of these things. So the fact I'm talking so much about this is I want to see this game become great, because the gameplay was fantastic. At least fantastic to the point that it was borderline normal. There's nothing that pissed me off. That's what makes it fantastic. It wasn't the greatest demo game with regards to gameplay, but nothing was bad either. And it was somewhat unique, so I could see this being successful. But for the love of God, they have to do something with the story in association with the girl and the guy, because it's not going to sell and it's not going to succeed if these two characters do not cement themselves within the gaming world as memorable characters. Even if the gameplay succeeds, even if the combat succeeds, even if the combo follow-up succeeds, even if the exploration succeeds, it's not going to be a memorable game if the characters don't sell the game themselves, not the game selling itself. The characters are the face of the game. They have to sell the product. So these two characters have to sell this product. Whatever their story will be, they have to sell it. So far, this is pretty damn good. And I'm more interested in buying this than I ever would think of purchasing Code Vein 2. Let's say if I didn't hear any negative thing about Code Vein 2 at all, I would still think about buying Code Vein 2 if I didn't look up anything with regards to Code Vein 2. But after playing this, they will be both back to back in competition with each other if I didn't look up Code Vein 2. So I think it would be a hard sell for me to buy Code Vein 2, seeing the fact that it didn't show any combat. It just did a character creator, where this showed combat. So yeah, I think this is far better game than Code Vein 2. Even though I haven't played the full game, I could tell from the demo that it's going to be something much better than Code Vein 2. So we have until April the 24th to see how this game pans out. And I'm pretty sure early access will be in March, the second week or the last week of March. And by then you will know if this game is good or not. Once you see those streamers get early access and play the game, you will know by then. And I believe they release it this early for the simple fact all the way in February, so they could get a full 3 months to hear the opinions of others and then tweak whatever else they need to tweak and include whatever else they need to include before the release, which means the programmers have a full 3 months to add on things. But those things have to be simple add-ons. They cannot be big changes. They have to be simple add-ons that they could work in for the next 2 months. Skins, weapons, so on and so forth, as well as animation, character animations. Or if not animation, character animations, a betterment of the story. And I'm pretty sure these people are smart enough to have the story of this world, of Pragmata, that they have a separate file with a different layout story. Just like when you make, and then you have your backup reel, which had editorial cuts. And you could copy and paste and move things around and fit them that better suits the story based on the narrative of the game and what people want to see more than anything. Because the reason why the Fallout television show succeeds so much the first season is because they did their own thing without paying attention to what the gamers think, but at the same time to respect the world and the gamers of the world, to know that as fans of the game, these are the things that gamers are expecting to see. And the same applies here. These are the things that gamers are expecting to see when this game comes out. Combos, combo multipliers, exploration of the world and the secrets in the world, and different environments. It's not just exploration of the world and everything look monotone. Different exploration of different areas of the world that's non-monotone, like cities and rural areas. So if you could hit me with just those three things, you got me. Especially in the combo multipliers part, and a different way to use your suit and suit energy and boosters. But if you allow me to explore vast different places as well, then it's a wrap. So those are the three main things, and the fourth, including the boosters, how you can boost. So yeah, generally four things. So that's it for this video. I talked enough because I want to see this game succeed. It was pretty damn good for a demo. That's it. I gotta go.